Zittel, very happy to be joined by a young man with a lot of talent, a lot of upside. Joesph Joesph Awinonga. Did I get that right on my first try?
Yeah, yeah, you got it. Awinonga.
Awinonga, man.
Yeah.
Nice to virtually meet you through this screen for the interview. You are the number two seed in the 198-pound division. I know you've had a lot of growth spurts. You fought here in
hmm
Las Vegas and won the Junior Olympics at 176 pounds. Man, just so people know, let them know your age and after your latest growth spurt, how tall you are fighting at 198.
Yeah, so I just want to first off say thank you for having me. I love the opportunity, but my name is Joesph Awinonga Jr. I'm fighting at 198 pounds. I'm a 25-time national champion, so I've went to multiple of these tournaments. I was on the USA team for the last 2 years where I won the youth world tournament, ranking me number one in the world at 165 pounds. And then this year, I went to Germany as well for another international tournament where I was able to prevail and get gold there. So it's just more about me going all around the world and seeing how many times I could go ahead and win, and knowing that I'm gonna come back home with gold. That's the main thing with boxing. So just need to keep on being great.
25 times. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, way to let them know that people know your credentials, Joe. Let me start with this. How much do you love boxing?
I would say I love I love just fighting more than like the sense of boxing, like when it comes to boxing, somebody that I say would fully love is someone that goes, watches other fighters say, "Oh, let me study this guy, let me study this guy." But me, for boxing, I just love being the person boxing rather than actually watching and like studying other fighters too. That when I go more into the professional field or when it comes more to the Olympic time when I need to make sure I secure that gold, that's when I'll be more into that studying aspect. But for me right now, it's just I can't say I'm the person that loves the sport the most when I know other people they're over there watching every day. Like someone like my father, that's the person I would say loves boxing more than anything. So that I can't really say. I would say I love boxing heavily, just not more than those people.
Interesting because I remember back when I would be in the gym and I wasn't
hmm
going anywhere and I love boxing. I'm watching the HBO fights all the time. But the kids who were ranked in the top 10, they weren't paying attention to the HBO fights. They were busy focused on what they're doing.
Yeah.
So why is that? How come you're not at the point where it's like Pitbull and Roach this weekend, you're not necessarily looking forward to that or you're
Yeah.
not, yeah, why is that?
I would say uh it might be a little bit due to my father's fault because when I was younger, he had me watch Trinidad every single day. Every fight that he had, I was 5 years old just watching, and then before you know, I was like, nah, I don't want to be watching so many fights anymore. And then after I went through all of his fights, went through other people's fights, and then that helped me build my style. But then from there, it's just been me learning with experience and then moving forward with that. But it's just a little bit. It might be his fault for that scenario, but
When you talk about you love to fight, is
hmm
that Ghanaian blood a little? I know your father was a professional from Ghana, and the
yeah.
fighters that have become champion from Ghana, like Azuma Nelson, Ikwarte, they have a warrior spirit about them. Do you feel like that's what you possess as well?
I would say a lot of it's not really just from being Ghanaian. It's more about how I was raised and how I would say anybody would be able to have that warrior spirit. It's not mainly from your lineage, but it does play a factor in me as well because I have to be grateful for my genetics, which has also helped me get to the point I am at today, being 6'5", and being able to also advance with the weight classes from 165 all the way up to 200 to be able to have even more power as I grow and eventually see where that takes me within the heavyweight field as well.
Do you have dreams of, you mentioned the gold medal. Do you have
Yeah.
dreams of winning the gold medal, dreams of becoming heavyweight champion of the world?
That is the dream. The the first dream, go ahead and get Olympics out of the way, and then from there, take over the professional field for whatever that may be, whatever titles I could go ahead and get, and really showcase that I put in the work, and it's time to reap the benefits of all of that.
So looking forward to the 28 Olympics. How important is a tournament like this upcoming week in Texas when you're fighting nationals?
I would say this is one of the this might be my most important tournament of my career due to the fact that it is the underlying factor of who will be on that Olympic team. That does play a factor in who they select on the team. So we have this tournament, and then right from there, the one and two seeds, the one and two finalists go on to the selection camp where they have to then fight for the position. But this is like one of the underlying years where it's like the people that do make the team this year are on track for the Olympics. So I got to get that position.
You know, selfishly, someone like me in the United States, we always would love a great American heavyweight. And
Yeah.
Wilder won a title, but it's been since Hasim Rahman, before you were born, being the legitimate heavyweight, undisputed type champion of the world. Do you think about that at all? Like, the delivering something like that to the United States?
Yeah, I was thinking about it a little bit more earlier today. Like when you really think about it, from how we were raised all the way from 8 years old, starting the fights, and now being 18, like knowing that, wow, after this tournament, that puts me on to the fact that I'm going over for Olympic gold, and that's going to be something that I'll achieve and be able to bring back home. If like when you really sit back and think about it, you start to realize that this is crazy, the position we're in now.
Man, so you shot at what, you're 6'5" now, right? And do you feel still
Yeah,
growing?
yeah. Hopefully, I want to end around like 6'6". That would be my ideal range, but whatever my body stops at, just so I can make sure I can maintain my quickness. But I think whatever height I'm at, I'll be able to have that same quickness that I brought all the way from the lower weight classes. So,
Yeah, I don't know if you're a basketball fan, but there'll be players like Anthony Davis who shot up to 6'10", and when he was young, I think he's from Illinois too, possibly
mm,
Anthony Davis. I can't remember off top, but he because for people who don't know, Joesph is from Joliet, Illinois, which is close to Chicago, right, Joe?
yeah, yeah, about like 40, 50 minutes out.
And Anthony Davis was a 6'2" point guard. And then all of a sudden he shot up to 6'10", and he was
Yep.
able to maintain a lot of the skills of a smaller man once he had his growth spurt. Do you feel like, do you feel like you got a fluidity in the heavyweight division at your size that most fighters won't?
Yeah, that's another one of my main advantages is that I have the power while also having the movement and quickness of a smaller fighter. Being able to start fighting at the 80 pound, going all the way from 80 to 125, every weight class I've been at, I was able to do well and prevail. So it's just having that lower weight class experience is what also helped me get to the higher weight classes and be able to dominate even more.
Kind of take me through the technical stuff. Is it that you're able to pull counter? Are you able to talk about kind of the athletic technical stuff you can pull off as a heavyweight that usually you'll see from lower weight class fighters?
Uh, the main things I would say is I have the the quick twitch muscles those muscles that I built over the years. That's got me through so much with being able to dodge things that other people wouldn't be able to dodge, and just I would say I have the best legs in the sport because when it comes to my movement around the rings, it's just untouchable there. But that's mainly from the lower weight classes, so I'm glad for that. And then another thing about me, just when it comes to being a technical fighter, just my counters because the range when it comes to uh, whatever counter that's available, once I go ahead and get that off, the power follows behind that, and it's just done from there.
Countering, that's the real adept level of the sport, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right.
It's crazy do you think, is it crazy for you to think that just a couple years ago you were sparring Kermel Moton, or fighting Marcus Luther, guys that are down there Carmel fights around lightweight as a pro.
Hmm.
Marcus is fighting in the same tournament as you are, down at 143 pounds. What were your experiences in the ring with guys like that?
I would say it's a little bit. My experience is a little unique because right now sometimes I feel like, oh, being this higher weight class, I won't be able to have as much fun in the sport as I could have if I was down at those lower weight classes. Those were the good times, being able to have someone else that can match your quickness and match your boxing IQ while also just being out there doing pullbacks for days with someone the same speed as you. That would be sometimes I wish I could go back and even do sparring with Marcus or go ahead and fight some of these other smaller guys. But it was great for my career in order for me to really advance with the way that I've been able to move it forward in the higher weight classes.
Well, I don't know, man. Play pity pat. Take something off the
Yeah.
shots. Work with them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that not an option?
It is, but when you got two power punches and then they gotta slow their punches down, it changes a whole lot. So
Got you, man. Now your pops he sent me a couple clips of you in sparring, and I think I'll put them up on the channel so people can get an idea of what you bring to the table. But he talks about you're very mean in the ring, and I know that's important for championship level boxing. You got to have a level of meanness to do well in this sport usually. Can you talk about that? Because as you talk to us now, you're such a well-spoken 18-year-old young man. But what's the difference between the Joesph I'm talking to now and the Joesph if I got in the ring with him?
I would say sometimes I would say I have like a little bit of a mixed personality when I do go into the ring because me from outside the ring versus in the ring, it's a whole different person. So especially when I see that there's a sense of you having any uh damage that you felt, that's when I take it up a notch. But when it comes to in the ring, it's just making sure I have so much behind me, so many people that are rooting for me. I can't go into the ring and then let that all go away by not being in the right mental focus. So when I get into the ring, it's all business and making sure I come out victorious. So I need to do my best and fight as hard as I can every time I enter that ring.
What drives you to do that? Is it to make your father proud? What is it?
It's not really to make anyone else proud but myself. And when making myself proud, it's also going to help out everyone else because me doing good helps the city do good and everyone else do good. So it's just making sure that everyone that's helped me, I could go like before I go into any of my fights or anything like that, it's between making myself proud and making my community that helped raise me proud.
So that's what spurns you on. And by the
Yeah.
community, do you mean being representing being of Ghanaian descent and a Black American, or do you mean the community of Illinois? What expand on that?
Yeah, what I do say community, I say to all of the people supporting me, that being the Joliet mayor, you have Joesph Awinonga, you have people in Ghana that's also supporting. So everyone around the world that's helping me and supporting me to get on to that journey of Olympic gold, that's who I say is my community.
You mentioned the mayor. Your
Yeah.
dad said that sometimes you think about running for mayor.
That's one of my dad's dreams for me, but me personally, I don't think I want to be a mayor too much. But when it comes to that, he wants me to mayor due to my school credentials as well. Me being a college student and completing high school at the age of 13, and then going on to as well as getting my associates in arts and science at 15, and then from there, just now finishing up my next degree. So that's why he deems me having to go over to college as well. I mean, going to be a mayor as well.
Yeah, well, politics might be the one business dirtier than boxing. So,
Yeah, yeah, you're right about
um,
that.
how's that even possible? Graduating high school at 13 and all the things you said.
That aspect of my life that falls more onto my mom's side than my dad. My dad's the one that focuses on the boxing, and then my mom with the school. So she was just able to help me from a younger age be able to do high school at the same time as others do middle school, and then from there I did high school online. Went to go to a nearby junior college, completed my entrance exams from there, and then I was able to start college at 13. So I had my high school diploma at 13 years old, and then from there, just went straight into it.
Well, salute to you, man. I didn't graduate college till 30 years old, so you're off
Well,
to a good start.
yeah, we all get done, so that's all that matters.
When you look at, and I know you said earlier you don't really watch boxing all that much, but when you look at the father-son relationships between a Sean Porter, Kenny Porter, Devin Haney, Bill Haney, so on and so forth, like, all those father-son duos, do you see any similarities in that dynamic that you have with your dad?
I would say the boxing has really just helped me and my dad get a closer relationship than others because we're in the gym together, we're at home together, we all experience the same things, and him being an ex-professional fighter, him going through all of the same things that I've went through, it's just being able to help me get that closer relationship. And when we're inside that ring, knowing that he has my best interests at heart and he wants just me to do the best, so I know that it's just the best relationship that we could look for.
How many people after the JOs or any of these tournaments you've had in the business came out to see you? I heard Oscar De La Hoya did, Jay Prince. Like,
Yeah,
who were the guys that took a interest in you?
yeah. A lot of people have took an interest in me, but the main thing, uh, just getting that Olympic gold. So once
Hmm.
I get that gold, get the deals to start coming in, that's when I'll start focus on, oh, this person's coming, this person's coming. But right now, getting that Olympic gold. But as you said, the people like Oscar De La Hoya, Jay Prince, multiple other promoters and managers have come out. But it's just making sure I get the Olympic gold.
Smart, smart. Man, I had another one, but I can't quite remember. So I'll ask you this: Are you a puncher? You talked about your legs earlier. Are
Hmm.
you a puncher?
Yeah, I would say I'm just versatile as a boxer. So I have the punching ability, I have the boxing ability, I have the movement, I have everything you need to become a solid fighter, and not even just a solid fighter, the best fighter. So yeah,
I can remember now what I was going to say. We haven't had a gold medal since Andre Ward.
yep.
You know, um, Why do you think you're the guy that can do it? We've had Shakur Stevenson, we've had some good guys. Jamal Harvey, I don't think even got to medal. We've had some good fighters come through. Why do you feel you could be the guy to get a gold?
The reason is just I have the self-confidence and I know what I'm capable of. I know the people that have been at the top, and those people, when I go and look at their skill level compared to mine, I just know who I am and why I'm good. So I've seen those Olympic medalists, and I believe that I have the capabilities to be every single one of them. So I just know who I am.
So I know again, you're not paying attention to the fights all that much in the pros, but is there any fighters that have jumped out to you and impressed you, and maybe even studied?
Yeah, it's more about who I watch mainly is amateur boxers. So, but when it does come to professional fighters, I like the Shakurs of the sport. I like the Terrence Crawfords, the boxers, and I also like the punchers and the people that make the sport even more fun to watch, like Deontay Wilder. That's another one of my favorite fighters. So it's just when it comes to that all aspects, if you're doing good, then I want to watch you. But when it comes to also amateur boxers, I like people like we got Najee Wright, Marcus, Lorenzo, Levant, another boxer, Javi. It's just a lot of these young fighters coming up. They all have amazing skill level that are coming to take over the game.
And the Philly kid, Salim Bey, too, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's another good fighter.
Do you look comfortable with the headset, man? You get any video games in when you're not training and everything?
Yeah, that's for sure. I like to play games a little bit. So me and some of the other boxers, we come together, we play the game, and then have fun there.
Yeah, I could tell by the way you put the headset. Like, okay, he plays video games because I
Yep,
do
yep.
too. So I'm like, okay, what games are you into?
I'm more into like the CODs, the Valorant, and then 2K. So that's what I'm mainly on.
Yeah, I'm getting old, but
Hmm.
I was nasty at 2K for the longest time. I still got some skills,
Yeah.
but
You played this recent 2K or no?
yeah, 26. Yeah, I play
Yeah.
online
This
sometimes.
one
Yep.
was one of my most favorite ones.
Well, I know we're getting off track here, but like peak 2K, you were probably like 8 years old, like 2K
Hmm.
15, 16, 14.
Yeah.
That was like the peak 2K, and then it fell off a little bit. But yeah, 26 is good. I
Yeah.
like 26.
Yeah, I like it, man.
So, but man, I feel like we've hit a lot. and not to gas you up at all, but I look at a guy 6'5" with athleticism, power, your head on so well with you and your pops, and I
Thank
get
you, thank you.
excited. I get excited. I want to cover an American heavyweight champion one day. So
Hmm.
if there's anything else you wanna talk about with the people, let them know about yourself or anything, please let us know.
Okay, we'll do. Just I want to say overall, thank you for the opportunity too. So, just knowing that one day I will bring back gold and take over the world from there. So that's it, man.
Sounds good to me.
Hmm.
All right.
Thank you.
God bless you and your pops, man, and God bless Ghana, man. I was a big I Quarte fan growing up,
Yep,
so
yep,
yeah.
yeah. That's nice.
Appreciate your time, Joesph. Good luck in
Thank
your
you.
tournament.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, man.